This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story this evening, the Florida Forestry Service is investigating dozens of fires in Charlotte County and now in Northport.
The fires seem to have been set intentionally. ABC7's Christopher Brantley has more on this story.
Good evening. This is just one of dozens of areas that have been burned over the last 3 weeks. And here's the thing. Fire officials do not believe this is a coincidence. They believe there's an arsonist on the loose.
So far we've had 54 fires and 48 of them have been suspicious in nature.
48 suspicious fires over the last 3 weeks. That's the largest number most fire officials can remember.
The last couple years there's either been 1 or 2 or 0. And so this is an extremely high number and very concerning.
Especially concerning to homeowners like Hugo Rodriguez.
I'm kind of worried because, houses might be destroyed.
Rodriguez's home could have been destroyed yesterday. This fire was only a few hundred feet from his home.
I told my wife yesterday when we come over, so I said, well, there is a fire. There was a fire over there.
It's a multiple agency response. Florida Forestry, Northport Police, and the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, which has had a helicopter in the air, helping to determine the ignition points of the fires.
The fuels, when they fall, they'll point back to where the fire came from.
The Florida Forestry Service is asking those in the area to keep a close eye out, something Rodriguez plans to do.
We neighbors have to be a little more watchful for those people. I mean, this is kind of a separate area and people may take advantage of this.
Anyone with information is asked to contact the Florida Forestry Service. They are offering a reward up to $5,000 for any information that could lead to an arrest. In Northport, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you so much, Christopher. A traffic crash leads to a police chase in Nokomis. Authorities say a man crashed a car and then took off earlier today. Police say James Stansberry Jr. crashed a car around 7:30 this morning at Laurel Road and Albee Farm. Stansberry then fled into a nearby island of mangrove trees. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office Air 1 helicopter, Venice Police, and the Florida Highway Patrol all responded to the scene. Boats were called in and eventually police were able to get Stansberry off of that small island of mangroves.
A couple of officers had to get in the water. They got a little muddy, and I understand he did resist a little bit, but he is uninjured, so are our officers.
Police also responded to another traffic crash near Knights Trail in Venice. That vehicle was registered to the same business as the car in the crash at Laurel Road. It's believed that Stansberry is a contractor for that business. At this time, Stansberry is in custody and police say felony charges are expected.
Follow-up now to a shooting in Palmetto where a man was killed Sunday night. This happened on 33rd Street East. When deputies arrived there, they say they found 2 people had been shot. Alvin Ducree was killed while Amy Smith was taken to a nearby hospital. Detectives want to hear from witnesses in connection to the shooting. If you have any information, call Manatee County Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS.
An update on a story about a sexual assault video that was circulating on Facebook. That video spreading across the country and even internationally. The man who reportedly made that video turning himself in to police at 2:30 this morning. 44-year-old Jermaine Moore is charged with sexual assault of a child, distribution of a video depicting the assault, and first-degree criminal sexual misconduct. Investigators say the child in that video has been located and is safe. Authorities searched Moore's home on Monday. That's where they took Tanya Moore into custody. She's also charged with interfering with prosecution. Police in Montgomery, Alabama have also arrested one man who they say shared that video on social media.
Let's get check on our weather now. We were hoping for some clearer skies this afternoon to possibly see the SpaceX Falcon Heavy go up on the east coast of the state. Just a few too many clouds for us to see it here, but here's Bob with our weather on today.
Yeah, it was nice weather there. All systems go. Beautiful launch right there with the SpaceX. And I'll tell you what, we are looking good here along the west coast of Florida this afternoon. Lots of sunshine around, just some high cirrus clouds, ice crystals, if you will, composed of ice crystals at about 30,000 feet streaming overhead. But you can see the sunshine making it through despite the clouds, and temperatures did respond too. We had highs today in the upper 70s to low 80s across the region. 75 currently. We have sunshine. The dew point pretty high at 65, and with a high dew point temperature due to the west-northwest winds, but those winds will start to switch more to an easterly direction beginning later on this evening, so that dew point will come down just a little bit. We are anticipating some fog. We didn't have much this morning due to some high clouds that moved in. On top of that, a little stronger wind out of the east overnight. Right now, 67 in Jacksonville. Orlando was just at 82. They're down to 78, now 75 at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. As far as the fog forecast goes, this particular model indicated we will see some. It will be patchy, and it doesn't appear to be too thick, so I don't know if we'll see any advisories, but there will be some fog around to start the day off tomorrow with winds out of the southeast, and that means a warmer day tomorrow with high temperatures warming in most areas in the low 80s. Well, more in the forecast in just a few. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. President Donald Trump continues to receive strong support from the Christian community based not on his personal behavior, but because of policy. ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us with more on this story. Alan?
Jacqueline, you might remember Tony Perkins, a well-known leader in the evangelical movement, recently said many Christians are giving the president a mulligan when it comes to reports of the president's relationship with a porn star years ago. There is a bigger picture, many Christians believe, from the Supreme Court, abortion, religious freedom. President Trump is championing the issues that they care about the most.
Regarding his personal life in the past and the accusations, you know, it's sad, it's unfortunate that those things happened if they happened. I'm not saying that they haven't, but none of us are exempt from baggage.
He's been married 3 times. He's been unfaithful. It's shocking. That alone makes him unqualified under the teachings of the Old and New Testament to be President of the United States.
Coming up on ABC7 at 7, the extraordinary debate between the executive director of the Florida Council of Churches and one of the best-known conservative leaders in the area. Back to you.
All right, Alan, thank you. The man at the center of the controversy between House Republicans and the FBI and Justice Department now speaking out. Carter Page, a former Trump campaign foreign policy advisor, says his constitutional rights were disregarded when the FBI obtained a warrant to spy on him. He's basing these claims on the Republican memo released last week, which claims the warrant was based on a dossier funded by the Clinton campaign.
There is no basis for it. If you think about our Constitution, you know, due process rights, freedom of, you know, First Amendment rights, it was just shredded, the Constitution.
The FBI suspected Page was a foreign agent. The U.S. Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court concluded the FBI met its burden and approved and reapproved the warrant. While Page figures prominently in the Russia probe, he told Good Morning America he has never met nor spoken with President Trump.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now. And Richard, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday, quite a stir and a scare for a lot of people.
Absolutely right. Not my first rodeo or even my second, but I got to tell you, every rodeo gets my attention. Yes, indeed. Yesterday was quite a day with the largest loss ever in a single day, more than 1,100 points for the Dow. So what did we do today? Well, we were down 567 points at the opening. 30 minutes later, we were up 367 points. That's a cool swing of 934 points in 30 minutes. So then how did we finish the day? Well, remember that number, 567? Remember it for another minute more, because that's exactly where we closed, and quite a day it was. Up, down, sideways, 50 points here, 50 points there. But let's take a look at the closing numbers and remember that number. There you see it. The low for the day was minus 567, and the close is up 567. We finished at 24,912.77, again 3 times of 567, 2.3% to the plus, and volume very heavy, 1,209,000,000 shares. The NASDAQ also had a very strong day, up more than 2%, almost 149 points, closing at 7,115.88, also on very heavy volume of 2,323,000,000 shares. The S&P an up arrow again, up 1 3/4%, more than 46 points at 2,695.14. Well, lots of records on Wall Street today, no big surprise, but one thing I had never seen, and I think it's never happened before, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was plus 500 points and minus 500 points on the same day. If it's happened, I don't recall. Anyway, that being said, why all the sudden volatility on Wall Street? Well, we certainly saw it Friday and Monday with a lot of computer sell programs. And to put things more in fundamental, how about the fact that interest rates are creeping up a little bit, the employment numbers are good, wages are up, and all of that spells a little hint of inflation. So you put that all together and you certainly have a volatile market. And when you have a volatile market, you may want to talk about it. And believe me, we have a chance to do that Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Conversations with the Stearns. And as I've been saying, just come on in and let's talk. We don't have any programs, we don't have any handouts. We're just going to have a chance to sit across the table and talk. So give us a call, 906-2847. Again, it's Thursday at 10, 906-2847. And we're certainly going to have a good turnout again. And Jacqueline, I don't know, 2 days in a row, you look Scott with a nice looking blue tie. I've got a blue tie. There's something going on here.
I know. You guys are forgetting to tell me about this matching game you have going on.
It's all in our minds, I think. Yeah,
I think you're right.
Here, yeah. So, Richard, more roller coaster ride tomorrow. What do you think?
I think it's certainly possible. Yeah. Cooler heads did prevail today, and wouldn't it be nice? Disney, remember that company? Disney actually announced earnings after the close. They were very strong. Wouldn't it be nice if something traded just based on earnings and not all this craziness?
Yeah.
Good.
Let's hope.
To see.
Richard, thanks.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, East Coast residents get a scare this morning after the National Weather Service sends out a false tsunami alert.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how hot tea could have a possible link to throat cancer, coming up in Health Smart.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a multimedia producer for our morning news program. Strong and efficient digital, social media, and writing skills required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job-of-the-day to apply.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The new rocket Elon Musk hopes one day will send humans to Mars took to the skies today.
3, 2, 1, 0.
And there it goes, the launch of the Falcon Heavy, delayed a couple of hours this afternoon, but finally lifted off at about 3:45 p.m. Not only did the rocket go up, 2 of its booster rockets then landed safely back at Cape Canaveral. Just incredible. Today's launch is just a test flight. Now, if the mission is successful, Falcon Heavy will become the world's most powerful operational rocket. SpaceX hopes to eventually use the Falcon Heavy to send humans to the moon or even to Mars. Well, a false tsunami alert was issued this morning by the National Weather Service, scaring people across the southeast and even including parts of Sarasota County. The alert was originally sent out around 8:30 this morning and quickly updated to just a test, not an actual alert, around 9. The National Weather Service is investigating now what led to the false alert being issued in the first place. National Weather Service offices in the region using social media to get out the word that there was no tsunami alert. Didn't we just go through something like this in Hawaii? I mean,
pretty close, yeah.
From one coast to the other.
Right.
Gotta be careful when you're sending out those alerts.
Can happen here, but they're pretty rare, and they wouldn't be much. Is that?
Well, here's the thing: is that if a tsunami were to occur in the Atlantic Ocean, it could be very devastating because it can work its way all the way over from the coast of Africa, and there is a potential there that could cause all sorts of problems. That would never make it over here. Okay. We could have a weak tsunami here down in the Caribbean. There's still some plates down there, and they could have a bigger earthquake under the water, which could cause tsunami. But it's got to get through that channel, the Yucatan Peninsula, and the western tip of Cuba. So it wouldn't be as strong, and Cuba and obviously Yucatan would take the brunt of that, and we would get the remnants. But in the Gulf itself, there's a potential for earthquake there, but it's very small, and the plates are not around there. That's what we have right now. Nothing to worry about. Here's a look at the water right now. Not much wave action out there. On the Casey Key webcam in review, you can see that pretty calm conditions out there, and it looks as though we will see a beautiful sunset tonight. We are looking at generally fair skies, and looks like things will stay that way throughout the evening. As far as our forecast goes, we are looking at weather headlines, and you can see right now we're patchy fog, cold front fizzles. Patchy fog overnight, there's a potential for that. The cold front that's moving down with an area of low pressure will fizzle out, really. It stays warm here. Temperatures will be well above seasonal averages right now as we move through time. Satellite and radar imagery showing some high cloudiness is streaming overhead, so it should make for another gorgeous sunset. We had a lot of photos sent in last night. I'll get those photos. I'll put them, if you don't see them on the air, I'll put them together and put them on our mysuncoast.com page. You want to go there and check those out. They'll also be on our social media page, at least a link to those photos. You can see a lot of rainfall to the north of us. That's a low pressure system gathering right now. And this low pressure gathering already creating some freezing rain into Texas right now, and also some showers across parts of, it looks like near New Orleans. What we're looking at is basically some east to southeasterly wind flow, and that really warms us up here across the state. Temperatures will be into the upper 70s to low 80s, it looks like, over the upcoming days now, as things really aren't going to change much. What we will see is maybe an increase in clouds, but that wind out of the southeast will keep things very warm here along the sun coast. 75 degrees, and the winds out of the west-northwest now at 6. A little sea breeze has kicked in, but those winds will switch around to more of an easterly direction beginning tonight. The pressure now 30-22, high, and continues to stay fairly strong. 78 degrees in Orlando right now, 73 in Tallahassee, 67 in Jacksonville. Flip those numbers around. In Miami, it's 76 there. And temperatures, as I said, east of the interstate, 80-degree temperatures, and certainly it has been today. 81 in Northport, but right around the water with that sea breeze, a bit cooler in Cortez. On Siesta now it's 72 degrees, 73 in Venice, 72 in Inglewood, and 81 now in Punta Gorda. As far as the forecast goes tomorrow, we'll start off with some fog and maybe some clouds around. Temperatures pretty warm, though, dropping down into the mid-60s. That's well above average, 10 degrees above average. Tomorrow's highs will be into the upper 70s with a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. It's not going to be a totally sunny day, but we'll see some clouds around, partly sunny skies with a little bit more clouds at times. National satellite and radar imagery showing no big drop of any cold air in our direction. It's all in place now over the Great Lakes and the Northeast, and some of that colder air now spilling in across the southern plain states. Now, if possibility of getting that, we'll see. We'll see some showers possibly on in through the day on Friday, but mainly inland. That'll be due to the heat of the day. Temperatures warming into the low 80s. And then the future cast showing some of that moisture heading off to the northeast. And you can see some clouds around right there now and again all the way through Sunday. So it looks like we're in for some clouds, but not a lot of rainfall over the next several days. Winds out of the southeast turning to the southwest at 10 knots, coming down to 5 knots in the afternoon. So we can get a day in fishing in on Wednesday. Here's your 7-day forecast. Upper 70s, low 80s right through the next 7 days. And that 20% chance for showers turns to 30 on Sunday night. Another Sunday night, could it be? Another round of showers. It'll be the third Sunday in a row that we may see some rainfall during the evening and overnight hours. One more in the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thanks. Now to first alert traffic. We're seeing some backup on US 41 right now, going through the Palmetto, and also the DeSoto Bridge was slow going as well. Drive home traffic at this hour, so we're seeing some slowdown areas where you would typically see them. Jacqueline?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, could your morning cup of tea be harmful to your health? It's actually possible. ABC's Serena Marshall explains how.
Here's a scary thought. Could consuming hot beverages be linked to esophageal cancer? Researchers wondered and studied more than 450,000 Chinese adults who drink tea. Hot tea drinkers who also carried some risk factors had higher risk of esophageal cancer. That's cancer inside their throat. So who's at risk? Hot tea drinkers who have more than one daily alcoholic drink, that's a glass of wine, 12-ounce bottle of beer, or 1.5-ounce shot of liquor, have a 127% increased risk. Those who smoke increase their risk by 56%. And believe it or not, if you do all three, drink tea, alcohol, and smoke, the risk jumps 5-fold. If you only drink hot drinks and stay away from alcohol and smoking, you are in luck. No increased risk. This study was based on patient reporting, and they didn't actually measure the temperature of the tea. But all in all, it looks like some people may want to rethink how hot their tea is, or change up some other habits. With this Medical Minute, I'm Serena Marshall, ABC News.
We are more than halfway through flu season, but unfortunately, we still have a few months to go. Health officials are stressing the importance of healthy practices when visiting public places here across the Suncoast. The health department's epidemiologist, Michael Drennan, says whether you go to the gym or the grocery store, there are germs on everything, including those frequently used shopping carts and gym machines. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the flu virus can survive on a hard surface for 24 hours.
It can be there for a while. That's why it's important to wipe it down. Also make sure you're washing your hands. One of the big things people don't think about is they put their hands on their face or in their mouth, and we do it kind of as a habit or second nature. And so making sure that your hands are clean, or you don't do that, because that's how the germ gets in you.
As always, the best way to prevent the flu is by getting the flu shot. The health department is offering them. Well, French fries may not be good for your waistline, but your hairline is a whole different story. Japanese scientists say they've found a new treatment for hair loss. According to Newsweek, the method uses the same type of silicone used by some fast food restaurants. The silicone is often added to French fries to prevent frothing. And that chemical helped the scientists mass produce hair follicle germs, a key ingredient in hair growth. Preliminary research suggests that that same method will be just as successful when it is used on real people. Coming up, new details in the deadly Amtrak train collision in South Carolina. 911 calls describe the chaotic moments after the crash, and why Eagles fans are getting free beer following the Super Bowl.
And right now you're looking live at the Falcon Heavy rocket orbiting the Earth. You see on the left there, that is what's being called Starman, driving Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster in orbit around the Earth and eventually in orbit around the Sun. Just incredible. We'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
It's Greek time! February 8th through the 11th at the 34th Annual St. Barbara Greek Festival. Bring your family and friends. Treat yourself to authentic Greek home cooking and pastries. Plus, dance to traditional Greek music. Visit a marketplace filled with crafts and jewelry from local artisans. Children will enjoy the kids zone and everyone will have a good time. Bring your appetites and spend a day in Greece without leaving the area. The Greek Festival at St. Barbara Greek Orthodox Church just north of University Parkway, where Lockwood and Talevast roads meet. Yasu!
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Well, we're getting a better sense of the immediate aftermath of the deadly weekend collision between a passenger train and a freight train. 2 Amtrak employees died and more than 100 people were hurt in the Sunday incident in South Carolina. Federal officials say it happened after the Amtrak train inadvertently diverted to a side track where a CSX train was parked. 911 recordings released after the crash show the chaos.
We derailed and everybody flew to the front of the train. The seats are not even on the track, on the chair anymore. Everything is everywhere.
Once on scene, first responders discovered the bodies of the train's engineer and conductor and worked to ensure no passengers suffered a similar fate.
And another train accident happened this morning in Maryland. A mechanical issue caused 2 train cars to become separated. The issue happened just before 6:40 a.m. as the Acela train was traveling from Washington, D.C. to Boston. An Amtrak official reports every Acela train is being inspected to make sure this does not happen again. The 52 passengers on the train were transferred to another train and no injuries were reported.
As if winning your first Super Bowl wasn't enough, now Philadelphia Eagles fans have free beer to look forward to.
It's all thanks to a preseason promise from Bud Light. Jeremy Roth has more in today's Take a Look at This.
Bud Light is about to make good on a very bold Super Bowl promise. Last summer, Eagles lineman Lane Johnson promised beer for Philadelphia fans if the team won it all. The vow was made during an ESPN.com interview. Later on, Bud Light stepped in and offered to foot the bill. Fast forward to February, and Philly fans are riding high from their championship win. Maybe even a little too high. Anyway, Bud Light's king has now decreed that fans will receive their prize during the city's victory parade. Fans 21 and older can redeem the offer at bars along the parade route in Philadelphia. The king also proclaimed the parade day as Philly Philly Day.
So for you, I'll say it only once. Philly, Philly!
Take a look at this. It's a water gun that can cut straight through concrete. Yes, you heard that right. The extreme high-pressure water gun can pierce concrete in just under a minute and can also break through bullet-resistant glass and even steel. The PyroLance system pumps out a mixture of water and granite dust to cut a pea-sized hole. The gun then continues to pump water through the hole, allowing firefighters to effectively lower the temperature of burning buildings, sometimes even hundreds of degrees, before they enter. Take a look at this. I'm Jeremy Roth.
Pretty amazing.
It is.
Yeah. Still to
and
come.
Of course, Philly, Philly, sorry.
Yeah, I love that. Philly, Philly. Should be a fun parade on Thursday, huh? All that free beer. Still to come in your Suncoast News, medical marijuana dispensaries are now allowed in the city of Sarasota. Why commissioners had a change of heart.
Plus, how residents are getting a chance to share their thoughts on the future of Sarasota's most valuable piece of property. And right now, we have a live look at the Falcon Heavy rocket that's launched just hours ago from Cape Canaveral. That man you see in the front there is a dummy named Starman driving Elon Musk's Tesla. Just amazing what we are seeing in our live picture. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Everyone likes the 2018 Honda Civic for $169 a month. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. You'll like Civic's 5-star safety ratings and that KBB.com named Civic a best buy and the most awarded car. Get the 2018 Civic at a payment you'll love. $169 a month today at your local Honda dealer.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
I'll be right back.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.